Hello and welcome to my channel Becoming Bev. If you saw my last video, you know last weekend I went to my first van rally put on by Noone and his group at Vantasia Vans. While I was there, I got to do a couple of van tours and I'm so excited to share them with you. In today's video, I'm going to be touring Steve-O's 1976 Chevy G30 four-wheel drive. Wait till you see this thing. I was pretty blown away. To me, it looked like a little Hot Wheels van, you know, something you would find in a toy box, which is what he named his van, Toy Box. I can't wait for y'all to see this. So I'm here with Steve. Steve's van is the total opposite of my van, like the ultimate man van, man cave.
Man cave.
So will you show me around your van and just, you know, point out some things about it?
Absolutely. Today we're sitting in a 1976 Chevy G30 four-wheel drive van. This van came to me about 7 years ago, and it's something that I always wanted, so I got to work on it and completely disassembled it and cleaned everything up, put it back together, and we have I call it the Toy Box.
All right, so what do you want to show us here?
So the outside of this van is, like I said, I stripped it apart. One of the first things that I did was I took and I made the door into a Lambo door. Most Chevy G10s have a slider door on it that goes back and forth. I did that myself. It's an all metal door for those of you that think it's a thing. You can do it with a metal door. So we want to walk around a little bit over here.
Sure.
You can look down here. It is a four-wheel drive. It's been converted underneath on the bottom that lets them put a Dana 44 axle under the front of it. So it's big and noisy, loud. It rumbles down the road just like you would think a K5 Blazer with 35-inch mud tires would.
It looks like a semi-truck in the front.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you should say that, right? So the look I went with this, I knew that I had a winch that I wanted to put on it. So a regular Chevy G10 bumper is not conducive to put that winch on there. So what I did is I took this bumper, found it on Marketplace. A guy had it. It's a rear truck bumper that goes on maybe a dually pickup truck or something like that. And I knew that I had the winch that I wanted to go into there. So I put this bumper on there, grafted it in, made sure it's mounted to the Chevy hitch bumper points on the front. And I made an undercarriage for my winch under the bottom.
Awesome,
So
it looks amazing. You did all this.
It's got that big truck feel to it. It does.
It does. You did all this work yourself?
I did every piece of work on this vehicle myself.
Amazing.
Yeah, I like to tell people I turned every nut and bolt on it.
This thing is ridiculous.
Redunculous.
It is.
But I cut panels, right, so gouged it out with a grinder and welded in new panels and do the body work.
It's amazing.
A lot of work. Can't really see them, but you can see the sparkles in it.
Yeah.
Metal flake, baby. You know, in the back, it's kind of weird because this is an 8-lug truck, but it has 1-ton axles underneath the back of it. It came from the GM factory with a small block 400, turbo 400 transmission, and this 1-ton rear end in the back of it. I bet it was fun for about a week as they converted it to four-wheel drive because I bet it just bowled them off of there. This truck has a bunch of what they call Hickey Industries or Hickey Enterprises pieces and components. In this world of four-wheel drive K5 Blazers, Hickey Industry components are very rare. To see them on a van is probably almost non-existent. So I got lucky. They were on there when they came to me, and I cleaned them up and refurbished them and put them back together.
You were mentioning these pipes the other day. Will you tell me about those?
Yeah, the Thrush side pipes. So, you know, being in the van world, everybody's got to have some side pipes, right? So I was at a car swap meet on Father's Day, and I walked through pretty early in the morning. The early bird gets the worm. I saw these laying on the ground, so I told the guy that, you know, I was interested in those, but I didn't have a lot of cash. I was going to have to pay him some money, and I'd go get the cash. He didn't want to take the money. He had already sold the components to me, but I convinced him to take the $20 cash. Went, got my money, and came back, and he said, damn it, I could have sold these pipes to 4 other people after you left for 3 times as much money they were trying to pay me. So I have Thrush side pipes. They're very, very rare. On a van like this, even rarer. So if anybody knows a slider van, the slider should be in this area right here. It would slide here and it would slide at the top. I fixed both of those since I don't have a slider door anymore, so I welded all that up inside of that door jamb and up there to do away with the slider door.
It's amazing.
We're not going back.
All right, anything on the inside you want to show me? You want to point out?
I mean, a lot of people like my what I call a Jack Sparrow compass. All right, so my compass pretty much takes me wherever the needle lands on the inside of there.
Love it.
I actually bought that piece already assembled. That was the first piece to go in the interior of where I wanted it, and I built everything else around that piece.
Wow.
So, you know, curved seats in the back. When I want to go camping, I have an insert that I can put in the round part with another piece of foam that matches those other pieces, and that's my bed.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much for showing me your van. I absolutely love it.
Absolutely. Anytime. I'm glad to be able to show it off. I enjoy you and what you're doing and your whole journey, so to speak, and glad I was able to meet you.
Yeah,
sure.
It's a really fun chapter in my life, and getting to hang out with everybody here this weekend has been amazing.
Yeah, good people.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
people
I
for
think-
sure.
I think
you get a
so,
chance to go
too.
vanning, for sure.
Yeah.
Get a van and go vanning.
So Steve and I have been texting each other, and some of the information that I've gotten from the text, I wish I would have had him talk about during the interview. You know, things like more details about the bumper and more stories of his build, like how the winch fell on his head twice while he was trying to figure out how to install it. And the fact that Steve has put 7 years in this van build and still calls it far from done. He shared with me that his mom always owned vans, and that in 2019, it was his first van rally, or what they call truck-in. And for him, it felt like he came back home. He also shared with me how he created the van toy box to be as period appropriate as he possibly could. It just has so many cool, unique features in it. Watching this video back, it makes me want to be a better interviewer. If you have any questions for Steve, please leave them in the comments. And then also just like a general question that I could use when I'm doing these van tours, please leave that in the comment too. And in the next video, I'll do a better job about asking questions and getting more information. I also want to say a big welcome to the new subscribers that came here from Tiny Home Tours, and also the new subscribers from my new Vanner family. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe and do more of what makes you happy. You keep watching and I'll keep posting content.
Collector of things. Man, that's pretty bright, isn't it?